Hello guys, welcome again. So let's talk about Bitcoin. As you can see here, Bitcoin finally tested the area I was looking for this weekend. Well, actually I opened a long position right now. There is no other direction for me. This is like this, okay? Because Bitcoin, technically speaking, is still in sideways. And not just only that, I have strong reasons to believe actually Bitcoin will we will see a bounce this week actually, because we have a bullish divergence right now, as you can see here. We have an obvious bullish divergence from this point and potentially this point, where actually is from here to here. And also this green area is very important because it's actually long-term support. So of course I'm expecting a bounce here. So my direction is like this, sideways and bounce, where the target should be the M55 around $90,000, 500, 600. Of course, if Bitcoin breaks this area around 84, 83, well, you will see another test to maybe $80,000. That's why risk management is extremely important, okay? So in my case, I am just, I am in long position at $87,000 right now. So also, one more thing, potentially this bounce, it could be a trigger for a buy signal in 1-day chart. And also, as you can see here, volatility is contracting here a little bit. So there is a high chance actually we could see another bounce, something like this, this month. But potentially this move is gonna be higher than this one, killing all the shorts here. Because, we studied what happened in 2021. Bitcoin actually in weekly chart fired a buy signal. Let me show you here. We have actually the confirmation of a buy signal right now here. So let me clarify this. Okay, it's very simple, straightforward. It's like this, sideways. Of course, we have two scenarios: sideways or bounce. Okay, sideways or bounce. But don't get me wrong, this sideways bounce is gonna be a big short opportunity, because from here I'm looking for 70k, 65, 55k, whatever. Yeah. And of course, as long as we have the buy signal in weekly chart, I am not bearish in Bitcoin. I am looking for a bounce actually. Today actually it's a good day because I'm gonna share my portfolio for all the people who are in the investing channel. I have only just two altcoins and of course Bitcoin, that's all, but I will share my thoughts about it because this is a year for accumulation. Bitcoin and also altcoins for the next 3-4 years. So as you can see here, Bitcoin is my prediction in weekly chart. As long as we have the weekly chart buy signal here, I am bullish at least for sideways and a big bounce here, maybe maximum 100k. Maybe by March, maybe, yeah, kind of, I think. And worst scenario, if Bitcoin breaks around, and not just only breaks, close below around $85,000, we could see that crash to 75. Honestly, I don't think so. I don't see the conditions for that because the volatility is very high here right now. Usually when you see volatility very high, the market is going to be in range. In this case, the range is very big, right? It's around 12%. So that's why I think I like when the market is in range, because it's easier. People don't understand something. 70% of all the time the market is gonna be in sideways, and only 30% is gonna be trending. So that's why you need to learn how to trade in sideways. Actually, you will make way more money and profits if you learn how to trade in sideways market. So right now here, as I said before, in short position, I am in long position, looking for this bullish divergence to play actually today and tomorrow, right? So right now I am in profit, well, just a little bit, because I opened my long position at $87,000 and actually looking for this bounce. Okay, now in 1-day chart, actually we have a little bit late right now. Because the move was actually very obvious when I saw this a little bit consolidation in 1-hour chart. Volume was actually rising up, and of course with confirmation with buy signal here. Remember, in sideways the signals are a little bit late. Remember, we have a delay here, so that's why we have to anticipate the move. So of course, when Bitcoin in this case is in this area, there is no other direction for me, is to the upside. So that's why I open a long position around $87,000, and after that, looking for in 1 hour chart to maybe $88,000, $89,000. From there, I will just protect my entry and wait for the best. Okay. Now let's continue with the monthly. The monthly is coming in 4 days. So let me show you here. In monthly, we still have the sell signal here, right? So in the long term, of course, long term, I am looking for a potential bounce, yes. And after that, something like this, where the trend is my friend, and around here between $65,000 to $50,000 should be the bottom, or maybe the next big buy opportunity for Bitcoin. Okay, potentially this year could be the year. Now, let's continue with the USDT dominance, because I want to see actually what is doing right now the USDT. Let me show you here in 4 hour chart. We have very nice actually. I am looking for a pullback all the way down to 6.20. We have a better variance, as you can see here, this point and this point, and not just only that, we have here as well a better variance in volume. So there is a very high chance we see a bounce, maybe Bitcoin $89,000 around there, and of course around this that test to M55 in 4 hour chart. In 1 day chart actually is looking very interesting. It's looking like actually USD dominance is gonna enter in sideways here, sideways, because we will see a sell signal soon. And potentially, remember, weekly chart is telling us it could be a sideways. In this case, I am looking for sideways. No, I am not looking for a pullback testing the M55. I don't think so, because this is actually for me in the long-term consolidation. It's looking like a consolidation here, because as long as the ADX is positive here, well, the sell signal here in curve, it could be fake. So that's why be careful here. Be careful here if you are thinking long position all in. I don't think that is the mindset right now. I think maybe as a trader we can just go short, long, but as investor, we need to actually think like, please, this bear market, because actually technically speaking we are actually in kind of like starting the bear market, is the moment when you have to be here with me. You have to be here with me, and you have to be more active, because if you don't do that, you will miss actually the potential bottom of not just Bitcoin, many altcoins, because you will I mean, you can check my videos since like 2021. Yep, that's the problem. When it's a bear market, no one wants to connect, no one wants to. It's opposite, because it's where you will find the cheapest prices. You will find the best moments to buy, not the opposite. When everything is pumping, oh yeah, let's buy it. When everything is so expensive, no. The mindset should be different. Okay, so if you want to actually do something different this year, I mean, in the next bull market, this bear market is actually the moment you have to be here. Okay. When I said here, not my live stream, I'm talking about like you have to watch the chart, you have to study what is going on. Okay, now let's talk about some altcoins. I'm gonna talk about 3 or 4, because actually I think the market will just pump following Bitcoin. Okay, the first one is I'm gonna show you is Ethereum. Let me fix this. Okay, yeah, Ethereum. As you can see here in weekly chart, we have a buy signal, ADX negative here. So I am looking at least for sideways defending this level. Of course, after a few months, I'm looking for a breakdown all the way down to maybe 1,800. The monthly is clear. We have weekly buy signal, 3 months is valid, but we have monthly sell signal with a strong better variance. Be careful with Ethereum, because these are a very strong better variances for me right now for Ethereum. As you can see here, there is no volume. There is no volume here. So that's why I'm looking for eventually a 1,800 around here to be tested maybe in the following months. Now let's continue with some other altcoins. For example, Solana. Let's talk about Solana. Solana, as you can see here in the monthly, is about to test ME55 as around $100. If this area breaks, game over for Solana, and you will see a massive crash all the way down to 45. Honestly, that is something I'm expecting, because there is no volume. There is no volume here. As you can see here, the volume is negative here and actually is making new lows here. So that's why I am not very bullish in Solana right now. At least in sideways is fine. Let me show you here. There is no volume here right now in Solana, but we have at least just for sideways is enough, right? Sideways, but actually this price action is very obvious. Any close below 100k, $100, game over. Solana, $50. As investor, wow, amazing, right? As a trader, or if you believe just Solana from here is going to 1 million, well, that's gonna be a problem. So let's continue with another one. BNB. BNB actually is holding the trend, as you can see here. It's all holding the trend. It's about to fire a buy signal here. BNB is one of the best altcoins for me, at least based on price action. So if you see a buy signal here, technically speaking, the trend is your friend. I am not looking for new all-time highs, but at least maybe around 1,000 again, potentially in the following months. Okay. So if we see the total 2, let's talk about the total 2. Long time I don't check this. As you can see here is testing again the support, the trend, right? Here, here, and here. Now, if this area breaks, of course, the next area is gonna be a 50 900. Now let's see about let's see monthly. Monthly is very clear. Looks like eventually this thing is gonna drop all the way down to 900. Potentially yes. The lowest point maybe 700. The good news is this is trending to the upside. So potentially we could see a very nice bull market in the following maybe 2029 potentially around there. Okay, let's continue with Monero. Monero actually is doing very well, as you can see here. Massive pump to 800, and after that got rejected. This is gonna close like a shot in the start, so I think game is over. The rally is over for Monero, at least in long term. Looking for a 300 potentially in the long term. And I think that's all. Cardano performance is terrible. Let me show you here. This is actually terrible, very bad. Eventually I'm looking for a break of 0.30 cents, any close below there, looking for 0.10, finally my long-term target since 2021. Okay, I think for crypto, I think that's enough. Let's continue with the stock market. I'm gonna start with Colgate. Colgate, as you can see here, this trade actually so far so good. It's actually very good. As you can see here, buy signal monthly printing right now here. I will keep holding my positions. As you can see here, not breaking, but testing me 55. Technically speaking, I will close my position here, but volume is actually making a new high here. As you can see here, is higher than the previous one, so I will not close my position. I will just hold Colgate for maybe around 95, $100 potentially, yes. Now let's continue with Adobe. Adobe is actually interesting because I bought at 340 and 300. All this area I bought. Oh my god, I got wrecked. I don't think so, man. Now, the key of the market is holding, and holding, of course, with assistant trading. As you can see here, in November was about to fire a buy signal here, but actually it was a fake out. Kind of, because all of this area is support. So actually for me this drop is another buy opportunity. Yeah, it's another buy opportunity. I don't see the conditions for a crash because volatility is very high here. Usually when you see volatility very high, that means sideways actually is the best assumption. So in weekly chart, we still have a volatile variance forming, as you can see here, right? One, two, well, now we have 3. And volume is still positive, not the best, but it's still positive. So that's why I'm still looking for a bounce, eventually. Something like this in the following at least 2-3 months. Now, let's continue with more. I'm going to continue with AMD. AMD, new all-time high. Yeah, I'm looking for new all-time highs here. Baba, at least sideways because there is no volume here. Sideways here, but I'm not looking for a crash. Let's talk about Apple. Apple, very good actually. Testing the support around 240, 220. That is another buy opportunity for me, at least my opinion. Another buy opportunity. Let's continue with Nokia. Nokia, I don't have any opinion about this. Testing resistance, nothing interesting. Amazon, in sideways, nothing interesting. There is nothing here. Let's Meta. Okay, this is the area you want to buy, at least here 655. Buy signal here, another test maybe to 800 potentially. Strategy, as you can see here, is about to test a little bit the support. We have a weekly chart by signal here, looking for sideways and potential bounce around here. But don't get me wrong, this is a bounce. It's gonna be used to keep falling. Netflix, technically speaking, right now this is the area to buy here. If there is this area breaks, of course, in monthly I'm looking for 62. That area is actually the area I'm looking for to buy actually strong. Last time in 2022 I bought here and I closed around here. Now I will buy around here again, maybe this year, and after that continuation looking for new all-time highs. Nvidia doing very well, holding the support, holding the trend. Yeah, testing actually around it's not testing actually the M55. I want to see Nvidia testing the M55 around here, 150. I will be more than happy to actually buy Nvidia if I see it. I don't chase the market. The market is more like girls, you don't chase girls. You do your job, you do something very good, and they come to you. Same with the market. You don't chase a trade. You need to wait for the right moment, following your system, right? Very good example. Okay. Oracle is still testing support. I will not change my arrow. It's like this because I cannot do something different. Between the M55 and M100, as you can see here, this is actually to the upside. Eventually, of course, it's gonna take time. If this breaks, then the next area is gonna be 120. Okay, now let's continue with silver. Actually, silver. Oh my God! Remember what I said to you? This is a breakout. You will see a massive rally. Okay. You're welcome. I told you here, long time ago in 2022. Hey, this is accumulation, my friend. This is to the upside. I told you. Yeah. Good. Now let's continue with actually gold. Gold 5,000 as expected. I am looking for new all-time highs. I'm looking for the following years, not just only this year, 2027, 2028. You will see gold and silver just pumping. Get ready, because that means the economy is gonna suck even worse than right now. So now you don't want to see metals very bullish, because that means the dollar and all the currencies in the world, they will just lose value. That's the thing. Yep, because, well, I think you already know this, right? But dollar, yen, Mexican peso, whatever, it's just paper money, right? Governments, they can print it. As long as they keep print it, the value is gonna be less and less. So if you follow this principle, well, we have to invest. Assets, lands, it depends on the context of your country, okay? In Japan, no thank you. Buying lands, it sucks, because they will use... It's very interesting, because actually, I will tell you something very personal. I was thinking to get a loan in Japan to buy a house. But do you know, if you buy a house in Japan, in 20 years, the value is gonna just crash. It's just gonna crash. For example, in America, when you buy a land, right, it's an asset. You are expecting the value will increase, right? It's I think the same thing in Euro. I think you buy an asset and you are holding that asset, your home, and eventually it's gonna be more expensive. But in Japan, it's the opposite. Japan is more like houses are made, but they are more like disposable, because, well, we have this infra, like, we have earthquakes, tsunamis, whatever. So the thing is that you buy a very cheap house made by wood, I don't know, it's gonna cost maybe 100k. No, more, 200k. And you're expecting maybe in the next 20 years, you will make more money with that house. But no, actually no. You even cannot sell it. Yeah, because the value is gonna be even less. So that's why real estate here sucks. Of course, the exception is Tokyo. If you're in the center of Tokyo and you can buy a good apartment very close to a station, yeah, makes sense. But you buy a house in Japan is because you love the country, but it's not investment. It's actually terrible. So that's why I decided it's a personal thing, but there is a very high chance I will not buy a house here. Maybe just I will keep renting. It's just I need to do some more research, but that is I don't want to waste money, right, as investor, just throwing money to the bank, and literally I will just pay for free, and I will just. Do you know there are 10 million abandoned houses in Japan? 10 million. 10 million houses. Yes. There are more dogs than babies in this country. Well, okay. Mark, that is the idea. Like I was thinking, but no. Japan is wonderful, beautiful, whatever you want to call it. Yes, but when you live here, it's different. It's different. First of all, it doesn't matter you speak Japanese or not. You will be always foreigner, always. Second, I am in a country of introverted people. I mean, if you think you will make Japanese friends, that you are delusional, like a feminist, delusional. So. No, the culture is so different, and also there are many small issues in this country. Like honestly, I don't like. Eventually, I'm thinking actually to go back to my home country, maybe. But that is another topic. Eventually, potentially, we'll do that, but not. I'm not sure right now. Okay, so let's continue with the TA. CPR, let me see. CPR. Okay, oh wow, okay, this is actually very interesting. This accumulation, my friend, this is like this, for me, right? For me, like this. This is for me. Weekly chart, accumulation. This accumulation, of course, be careful here, because technically speaking, the time to see a big bounce, it was over. It's over actually. You could see a sell signal here, but as long as it's holding 5.50, this area is in range. It's looking in the monthly like accumulation. This is looking like accumulation here. Makes sense because the volume here is the highest volume, highest support. The strongest support is here, so I'm looking for a bounce actually. Okay, let's continue with okay, this one. This is like this. Big buy opportunity there. There is nothing else I can do. I can tell you. It's like that. Of course, you will have to wait. But historically speaking, this thing is an uptrend, right? Uptrend, support, and again, support. Every time when this asset is in this area, it's a big buy opportunity. Simple. Okay, Ferrari. Okay, let's talk about Ferrari. The last time when Ferrari tested this area, it was in 2022, as you can see here, and it was a big buy opportunity. And I have to tell you the same thing. Here is a buy opportunity. Okay. The biggest difference is the volume. When Ferrari tested this area, volume was actually quite healthy. That's why it was an obvious opportunity. Here, I will be a little bit more careful because there is no volume here. So that's why instead of buying right now here, you need to open your mind and maybe buy in a range. First buy here, and if the market crash to maybe 250, the second buy is here. As long as it's holding this area, for me, it's still to the upside. Of course, we are talking about maybe years. Be careful. We don't be confused with my TA because this is the monthly. I'm talking about the following years, not just only 1 month. The stock market is a long-term play. Okay, it's not crypto. You have to wait for a while. Okay, I think for the stock market is done. Let me show you the currencies. Okay. The yen actually is interesting. Is dropping right now here. Looks like We could see a pullback to 150. 150. This is actually in sideways, as you can see here. So I'm expecting a 150. Let me see here in the monthly. Well, the monthly is actually looking very interesting here because looks like this is gonna fail, potentially fail. So we could see another test to the MI55 maybe in this year around 150. But don't get me wrong, this is an uptrend. I mean, there is a lot of work to do for the yen to actually recover. This is an uptrend. I'm still thinking in the following years we could see a breakout on 160, and you will see Japan will be like Venezuela in the next 10 years without people. You will see Discovery Channel. Yeah, like the commentaries about Japan. Seriously, the situation is very bad in Japan and Korea as well. Yeah, it's very bad actually. People, girls here, they don't want to have kids. You know, a strong, independent woman. You know. Okay, so let me continue with Australian dollar. As you can see here, bullish divergence. This is like this to the upside, 0.62, 63. And this one is the Polish actually. Bullish divergence forming here. I'm looking for a bounce. The Mexican peso, the super peso, right? Wow, this thing is looking very strong, man. It's very, very strong. I'm not wrong. I'm still thinking it's gonna be to the upside, but this is actually very strong. It's looking. I don't know what is going on there, but 16. If this area breaks, you will see levels of 13. 13. Actually, this thing is gonna be very strong, very, very strong. I mean, I have no idea what is going on there, but I mean, I didn't watch the news, but whatever they are doing is working very good because, well, if you want to see how strong is your country, you can see just the currency, right? It's very simple. It's very simple. You don't need more metrics actually in the big picture, right? If the currency is healthy, like this one, because this one is healthy against the dollar actually. This one is garbage against the dollar. That means something Japanese people, they are doing very bad, as you can see here. And something here Mexican people are doing very well because, well, is getting stronger against the dollar, right? Okay, so euro. Okay, euro. Okay, worse than the Japanese, right? No, worse than the dollar. This is super strong, all-time high. Looking for actually. Wow, welcome to Japan. For you guys from Europe, actually Japan is in a big discount. Enjoy. Okay, so let's talk about Bitcoin a little bit more, and that's all. Okay, for today. So in the short, for our chart, bullish divergence. I am bullish, looking for actually maybe 90k. On the chart, I am looking for a potential buy signal, looking for another test to maybe 94, 95, of course, this month. After we see the buy signal, potentially higher, maybe from here, it could be finally a rally to 100k because we have a weekly buy signal. No shorts, okay? At least in my opinion, no shorts. Please be careful with this because basic rule of trading, don't short support, don't open longs. Please don't do that in resistance, okay? Breakout, YouTubers breakout, they don't work in real life, okay? They don't work. Yeah. Well, so one guy asked me, hey, what is the best advice for someone who is starting trading? Don't follow YouTubers. If you are gonna follow one, please, he must show his losses, wins, must be very transparent. Trading is boring. Trading is like another job, okay? But YouTubers, they sell Lamborghini, that kind of things, because they want to sell you something, right? They want to sell you a coin. They want to sell you, I don't know, a trading course, whatever, right? No, at least in my opinion, that's not correct. Okay. Technically speaking, technically actually I'm a YouTuber, right? But in my case, I don't know. I am doing this because, as I said before, trading is very lonely. In real life, you cannot talk about this kind of things with people because people think you are crazy or you're just gambler because they don't understand what is actually this, right? And it's fine. It's fine. Because of them, actually, we can make some profits. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next live stream.